In this video, let us start with the chapter Surface Areas and Volumes. So the first thing that we are going to see in surface areas and volumes is the surface area of combination of solids. So what do you mean by surface area of combination of solids? It means that when you have two or more solids, in a particular say object, then how do you find surface area of combination of solids? Now to find surface area of combination of solids, what we do is the total surface area of the solid which is there, the one thing, that solid which is there, is the sum of the curved surface area of each of the individual parts. For example, if you have a cylinder and then you have a cone which is placed on top of the cylinder, then to find the total surface area of this solid, what we do is first we find the curved surface area of this solid which is into individual parts. So this is cylinder. Then we find the curved surface area of the cone and we add the areas of these two solids or parts to find the total surface area. And to find all this, what you need is you need some of these formulas, which you have already learnt in 9th standard. That is cuboid, cube, right circular cylinder, right circular cone, sphere and hemisphere. And these are some of the formulas. So you have the figure here, curved surface area, total surface area, and also how to find the volume. Now based on this, let us solve some examples where we find the surface area of combination of solids. Before we see that, let us also note down another thing, that is the slant height of the cone. So when you have a cone, the slant height is this height, this is your standard height, this is h, and this is your slant height. So to find slant height, what you do is slant height of the cone, which is denoted by small letter L, is square root of r square plus h square. This is the formula to find slant height of the cone. Now let us see the first example. The first example says Rashid got a plain top, as his birthday present, which surprisingly has no color on it. He wanted to color it with his crayons. The top is shaped like a cone, which is surmounted by a hemisphere. The entire top is 5 centimeters in height and the diameter of the top is 3.5 centimeters. Find the area he has to color. So this is a top, which Rashid has, and this top has no color on it. Now this top is in such a way that it is shaped like a cone. This is a cone here, which is surmounted by a hemisphere. Surmounted by a hemisphere means there is a hemisphere on top of the cone. So it is in this shape, and what is given to you here is you are given that the entire height of the top is 5 centimeters and the diameter of the top is 3.5 centimeters. So the diameter of the top is 3.5 centimeters. Now you have to find the area of this top to color the top. So when you want to color, means you have to find the areas, correct? Now as I told you before, since we have to find the total surface area of the toy, here there are two parts to this solid. So it will be curved surface area of the hemisphere plus curved surface area of the cone. First let us find the curved surface area of hemisphere. What is the curved surface area formula of hemisphere? It is 2 pi r square. So this is 2 multiplied by pi. It is said it has to be taken as 22 upon 7 multiplied by, now what is given to you here is the diameter of the top. Now this diameter which is there here, it will be common to the cone as well as the hemisphere, correct? Because it is surmounted on the cone. So the diameter of the cone and the hemisphere will be the same, okay, and it is 3.5 centimeters. So what will be your radius? Radius is half the diameter, so radius is 3.5 upon 2 the whole square. Now on solving this, what we get here is, on simplification, 19.25 centimeters square. So the curved surface area of the hemisphere is 19.25 centimeters square. Now next we have to find the curved surface area of the cone. What is the formula for curved surface area of cone? It is pi RL. Now we know what is pi, 22 upon 7. We know the radius, which is 3.5 upon 2. But we don't know what is the slant height. It is not given to you. But we know the formula which can be used to find the slant height. Okay. Now the formula to find slant height is square root of r square plus h square. We know r, but what is your height here? Let us see. Now what is given to you here is the height of the entire top is given to you, right? But we want only the height of the cone. We don't want the height of the entire top. So how do we find that? So the height of the cone, which we have denoted by h, will be height of this entire top minus height of the hemisphere, right? So it is height of the entire top minus height of the hemisphere. Now we know what is the height of the top. Now what is the height of the hemisphere here? It will be from here to here, right? This is the height of the hemisphere. Now how to find the height of the hemisphere? Now if you look at the figure here of the hemisphere, if this is the height, means you have to find this, correct? Now what is this? This is nothing but the radius of the hemisphere, right? Height of hemisphere is nothing but the radius of the hemisphere, correct? So here height of the cone will be height of the top minus radius of the hemisphere. Now what is the radius of the hemisphere? It is 3.5 upon 2. So let us substitute. It is 5 centimeters minus 3.5 upon 2 centimeters, and on simplification we get this as 3.25 centimeters. Now this is the height of the cone. So now we have to substitute radius and height to find the slant height of the cone. So let us substitute here. L is, radius is 3.5 upon 2 the whole square, plus height is 3.25, so 3.25 the whole square. This is equal to, on simplifying we get here square root of 13.625, and you have learned how to find square roots, okay? So you have to use your 8th standard method to find square root, where you group the numbers together and find the square root, okay? So you have to do that to find the square root of this number, and on doing of finding that we get here L is equal to 3.75 centimeters, okay? The slant height is 3.7 centimeters. So now we can find the curved surface area of the cone. The curved surface area of the cone is pi RL, and you can substitute all the values that you know, and on simplifying you get this as 20.35 centimeters square. So now let us substitute the values here. So the total surface area of the toy will be this curved surface area of the cylinder, of the hemisphere, plus curved surface area of the cone. So we get here as 39.6 centimeters square. Now let us see another example. The decorative block shown in the figure is made of two solids, a cube and a hemisphere. The base of the block is a cube with edge 5 centimeters, and the hemisphere fixed on the top has diameter of 4.2 centimeters. Find the total surface area of the block, and it is said that take pi as 22 upon 7. Okay, Now here it is said that there is a cube, okay, it's a solid which has, or this block has two solids, which is a cube and a hemisphere, okay, and the edge of the cube is 5 centimeters. So if you know that in the cube all the sides are equal, so the length will be 5 centimeters, the breadth will be 5 centimeters, okay, the breadth will be 5 centimeters, and also height will be 5 centimeters for the cube. Then it is given that the diameter of the hemisphere is 4.2 centimeters. Now if I want to find the total surface area of this block, it will be total surface area of the cube. So how will you find this? So you want to find the surface area, so you need to find of this cube and outside the hemisphere part, correct? So if you want to find the total surface area of this block, what you'll have to do is you have to find the total surface area of the cube plus the curved surface area of the hemisphere. But if you see here, when you have a cube and a hemisphere on top of it, you cannot see this part, okay, base of the cube, right, of this hemisphere. This you cannot see. So when I take the entire cube or surface area of the cube, even this part is included in it, but we cannot see it. We need only this outside part. So since this is included here, what will happen is total surface area of the block will be total surface area of the cube, entire cube, plus curved surface area of the hemisphere minus this is the base of the sphere, hemisphere, correct? So this is extra which we have to subtract. For example, if you have something of this shape here, when I find curved surface area of this, we see that we cannot see this much part, correct? We have to only take this much here on top, but not the entire surface of this top part of the cube, because we cannot see this much over here. So only this is supposed to be taken and the top. But when we take the entire area of the cube, even this bottom part is included. But since we cannot see that, whatever is the base of this hemisphere has to be subtracted. So that is what is happening here. So what we do is total surface area of the block will be total surface area of the cube plus curved surface area of the hemisphere minus base of the hemisphere. What is the formula for total surface area of the cube? It is 6 times a square. Okay, and we know the side is 5 centimeters. So 6 multiplied by 5 square is 6 into 25, which is 150 centimeters. And what is the formula for curved surface area of the hemisphere? It is 2 pi r square. Okay, so since this is a radius which diameter which is given to you, which is 4.2 centimeters, radius will be 4.2 upon 2, and on simplification we get curved surface area of the hemisphere as 27.72 centimeters square. Now we have to subtract the base of the hemisphere. So what is the base area? Base is in the form of a circle, correct? So what is the base area formula? Pi r squared. So you substitute this, and on simplification we get 13.86 centimeters square. So the total surface area of the block is 150 plus 27.72 minus 13.86, which is 163.86 centimeters square.